I'm your host, Roxy Hayes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all still booing from that comedy show last night? Let it go. He Nada still sucks. Chair soft. Thank y'all so much for joining us today for this Boondocks panel. Who is excited? Who's a fan of the Boondocks here? I'm so excited because we are celebrating not just the Boondocks, but the legacy that is the Boondocks. Because the Boondocks wasn't just a cartoon, okay? It was a cultural wake-up powered by comedy. And today, we're celebrating that legacy with a show that changed the game. So I'm not going to make y'all wait any longer. I'm ready to bring up our special guests. Are y'all ready to bring them up? Y'all know I don't like half energy. I would like 100% energy because these peoples are dynamic titans in the industry, and I want to make sure they feel that while they are coming to the stage. So are y'all ready for our special guests? There we go. Bringing them up, let's go ahead and bring out Carl Jones. He coming, hold up. Carl Jones, Yamara Taylor, Rodney Barnes, Cedric Yarbrough, and Gary Anthony Williams. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let's go. And Yamara Taylor. Yamara? I said Yamara, but we're going to say it again. Yamara Taylor. This stage is huge, y'all. It takes a second to come on up. First of all, how are y'all today? Doing well?
We doing good.
Fantastic.
Hey, we fine. So let's go ahead and get this first question out of the way because I know everybody wants to know this. Is the Boondocks coming back? Is Boondocks coming back?
No, you answer.
You got it, Rodney.
I don't know if today's world is a world where the Boondocks fits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know I don't need I can't fight all of Houston. The reason I say that isn't because it wouldn't be a great show. Mm-hmm. As sensitive as the country is, as polarized as the country is, and you have Twitter now. You can go there and say, I hate you, I hate this person immediately when something rubs you the wrong way or does whatever. Corporations don't like that. Networks don't like that. Studios don't like that. I think creatively, it's a perfect time. We have everything happening in the world, and every time I see Shannon Sharp or Puffy, I think of an episode. But whether or not the world could take that in the same way, emotionally, I don't know if today's world fits.
Okay. Yamara, anything from you on that question?
I agree with everything Rodney said. You know, I think the news cycle is so immediate, and we benefited from, you know, not that. So Rodney's right.
He sound like a scared nigga. scared nigga. They are the creatives on the creative side. Cedric and I got to lend our voices to it, you know. Cedric Yarbrough, Colonel Stinkmeaner, and Tom over there. But they're the creative side. But for me, I never say this show is going to die because it's died a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And then somebody found some way to bring it back. Like, of course, we all would hope it came back, except Carl, I think.
Yeah, Carl.
No, I think we would all hope that it would come back. The possibilities, I don't know if the environment is wrong or do you just push the envelope. But like if there was an opportunity, I would jump on it in a heartbeat, obviously.
Hi everybody. What's up, y'all? How's everybody? We good? I agree with Rodney. I agree with everyone that in the corporate world, Sony and HBO and they might not have the patience for it, but as far as the audience, we do have the audience for it. People would want to see the show. I think,
people
like before,
yes,
the audience.
I would want to see it.
Yeah, the audience found the show back then. They would find it again, but to Rodney's point, I think, the bravery that it took for Adult Swim to actually put that show on the air. It shook a lot of people, and I don't know if there is that climate now.
I don't think you could just say nigger freely It would be like bees stinging in people's ears. I don't think
Or
we could take it.
pause and no homo.
Pause.
You'd
and
have to
that.
say no Diddy.
No,
but, I mean,
all of that. All of that.
You can say an AEO now. Give him a nice AEO. So going back to some of the stuff you already said about just it being now and the difficulty it would take to do that show now, do you feel like you ever struggled with how far the show took a joke or critique? Was there ever a point where you are like, all right, we're wilding out? I feel like I know the answer, but I want to hear it from y'all.
I never felt that way.
Older me, 20, 25 years older, probably there were some jokes. You know, to get to the place where you hear what you hear on TV, you got to go here to bring it back in. I think some of the jokes we went here, you know, Winston Jerome took a hard one, you know. Yeah. And there were some other episodes where I think probably would have pulled it back in a little bit. Oh, yeah, product placement? Sorry about that. Sorry. Y'all,
That was my liquid coke.
that was.
But yo, you know what's funny about the Winston Jerome episode? Originally, he was actually named Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
And, and he looked like Tyler Perry. So the network came back and said, you can't do that. And then we found out what his real name was, and we called him that. And we got that through for about a couple of months. And then the network called and said, we know what you're doing, nigga. Like, stay away from Tyler. So then
That was amazing to me that Tyler Perry had that much
That wasn't amazing.
pull in. Yeah, I didn't know. The episode came from, I actually went to Tyler Perry's house.
I did too.
And I got caught not praying at Tyler Perry's house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally where the episode came from. And
Got caught not praying.
I got caught not, because he was praying for stuff like, oh Lord, let's find the jokes. Let's make this script fun. It wasn't about anybody's
Wasn't
health
about
or
Jesus.
anything.
Oh, no.
It was about making money. And I was looking around like, what's happening? And look at Angela Bassett's arms. I was just looking around the room. And then, like, he was videotaping the whole thing.
Just in
And
case.
then,
Puffy, like Puffy.
like
Recording
Puffy.
prayer?
Exactly like Puffy.
Video on tape. I ain't go to a white party. I've been to a gray party. That's when you don't take off everything.
So I came home and I told Aaron Magruder,
Yeah.
hey, dude, I went to Tyler's house. This is what happened. He's like, that's funny. And then the next week, y'all had put the script together. And I was like, oh, I'm done.
I had an experience, but I ain't gonna talk about mine. But go ahead.
You told me about it.
Okay.
But I maybe I should tell you.
Your job is
I know
to
it
keep
involves
the secrets.
it involves some lingerie. That's all I know.
That's all right.
Hey, what happened with the lingerie?
They make a one size fits all double XL. That's not important though. Let's just move on because this is trauma.
So we'll
Let's
move
just
on.
move on. It's very
Okay,
hurtful.
so we do know that now we know that that Tyler Perry episode was based off of something true.
So much was based off.
Yeah, so what other
The
episodes?
beginning, the kernel, there's a truth at the heart of it that expands out into something else. I remember driving on the 101 in LA and Step in the Name of Love came on. And I was thinking, boy, if you had, and this is right when R. Kelly, in the beginning, when the tape first came out. And I called Aaron, I said, we should do an episode with a trial of R. Kelly, but in Woodcrest. And that became, like there was no one way that a story began, but there was always something at the beginning, at the foundation of it.
Okay. Any other moments in the show that you guys want to talk about?
Usher,
that may have-
remember the Usher
for
episode?
sure, the Usher.
Remember Usher?
I was
That
gonna
was
bring
a
it
Usher.
up.
That was an
I
episode
was
with
gonna
Usher.
bring it up.
Remember when
And
Usher,
Usher
that
was
was
there.
based on a true story.
I remember Usher episode.
Remember that? Remember?
I
Talk about it,
remember
Carl.
hearing
You remember
the
that
story
one?
after it
Oh
happened.
yeah, I remember. Yeah. So we were in Mr. Child's celebrating our season 3 pickup.
Something.
Season 2 pickup. And, we're there with all our significant others, and Usher glides into the restaurant
He
With
was
it-
on roller skates.
It's like-
Usher don't walk with his feet.
with his shirt off, and he was like, listen.
He was wearing Heelys. Remember Heelys?
Got lit up.
But he sits next to us, and my ex-wife, she starts like making Google eyes at Usher, and next thing you know, he's rubbing his hands and licking his lips, and then she ends up at his table. So we start to leave the restaurant, and I look back, and she's calling us back over to Usher's table, and so we walk up, and I think Usher was feeding her cherries or some shit. But like,
He does like to
so
do.
she starts introducing everybody. So she's like, Usher, this is Aaron, and this is his fiance. This is Sean and his girlfriend, and this is Carl.
Wow.
And you know, I looked over at Usher, and he had this look in his eye like he was enjoying it. Like, he
was.
had this evil look
Everybody
in his eye.
know that's how she is. Go ahead.
Anyways, when I got back to the office the next day, they were like, nigga, you know that's going in the show.
So you voiced the waiter.
You
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though. And it did happen to me.
So
I love it. It really holds up because Usher's been at his residency stealing everybody's wives and girlfriends.
He needs to be stopped.
he got a pattern. So you voiced 2 characters, and then both of you guys voiced some characters. I'm really interested in like how you come up, or what the process is for coming up with the voices for your characters.
Mine was, well, first of all, I was a fan of the Boondocks before the TV show. I read all of the comics in the newspaper. I had all of the books. My agent called, said, hey, they're creating there's this cartoon called the Boondocks. I was like, I know it 100%. I auditioned for every male character, for the boys, for Granddad, and then there was a new character, Ruckus. And they showed me a drawing of him and told me what he was like. And I'm from the South, deep South, Fayetteville, Georgia. And my daddy used to...
Your family over there.
That ain't possible. I'm the only nigga ever made it out. And my daddy used to have these dudes who would come over like every Sunday and hang out with him, these other black men who just hated black men for some other reason, just hated them and would always tell us how good the white man was and what you needed to do to become friends with him. And it's like, what? Why, Daddy? Why? So when they showed me that and they told me who he was, I just stole a lot of that feeling from those dudes who used to hang. You know, I saw his big lady-looking body that looked like it moved slow, so his voice gonna match that. So I just stole those. And once I did that voice in the audition, that's when Aaron looked up like a gopher out of a hole, like, oh, what the hell's going on? So that was one of the only times I left an audition going, I probably got that.
I'm glad you did. What about you, Cedric?
Yes, when I auditioned for it, I just remember all of Black Hollywood in the audition. You know, there was just a lot of amazing named musical groups and actors, black actors. I was like, wow, blackers that were auditioning, and I showed up dressed as Tom with my blue suit, red tie, because I thought it was a live action version of comic strip.
Cool.
My agent didn't tell me, no, they're just making the comic strip that you love into an animated series. So I showed up as Tom, memorized the dialogue, and I had it all clipped and ready to go. Let's oh, doodly doodle doodly doo. And they weren't looking at me during the audition. They were just, their heads were all bowed, and I'm like, these motherfuckers, they're rude. But it worked. So I got Tom. For Stinkmeaner, we had a table read, and I remember them wanting someone with a bigger name to be Stinkmeaner. And I remember Steve Harvey being one of those names. But they just wanted, you know, Cedric, just read this role for the table read. I saw the description, saw it, I'm like, Steve Harvey ain't fucking this role up at all. I'm gonna get this shit. And so I was a big fan of growing up Schoolhouse Rock. And there was a jazz musician named Jack Sheldon, and he just had a hooking up words and phrases and clauses kind of a thing. And I'm just a bill. He just had a real cool, kind of laid back kind of way of talking. And he was a white man. He did a lot of cocaine, and he was just a real cool fucker, you know. And I just thought I'd turn it up a bit and make him like this. And that's how that came about.
What about you? Because you also played Thugnificent.
Yeah, so actually, Ludacris is partially responsible for me getting this role, because he was the person that we had in mind, and he backed out at the last second. So a lot of times with the Boondocks, what we would do when we're doing the storyboards or the animatics, we would temp the dialogue, right? So I would temp the majority of the scripts. And so I was doing Ludacris. So that's why, what's up, bitch ass, old ass nigga? You got some words of welcome for all this thugnificence? It was always me like projecting, trying to do Luda. So when Luda backed out, they was just like, everybody was like, yo, you did a good job with it, so you might as well just play thugnificent. So that's how I got it.
I actually think the Booty Warrior is your best.
Booty
Yeah.
is more important than food. It's more important than water.
My booty is mine. It belongs to me. You cannot take my.
Time, come out and play.
I just,
Leave me alone.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
I say that myself sometimes.
I just revisited the episode where Tom was worried about being anally raped in prison. That was good. And just bawling, crying to Huey, like, please, Huey.
The record set, like on that, them going back and forth now, the record sessions, because most of the time we were just in one big room together, it was ridiculous. Because they would have these great scripts written, and then you just got to play, too. Like, you didn't have to stick to the script, after a while. So it was crazy. Like, you could not, it's probably hard to get through a whole episode of anything without having to stop, because people laughing and just messing with each other too much. It was magic.
That's why, Gary, you saying you guys aren't creatives, that's kind of not true. Because, like, in the booth, there was so much writing that happened in the booth. Like the Don't Trust Them New Niggas song.
That's what I was going to say.
I remember Gary stepped out of the booth and he was like, so what is this song? What am I supposed to be singing? And, once he got the idea behind it, he walked into the booth without thought, just off the top of his head, sang that entire song.
Because it was from the heart.
I don't trust the new ones. I don't trust the old ones.
Yeah.
The middle-aged ones, and if it's a pregnant they got there, I don't trust the baby. I don't trust the fetus.
But we'd be remiss without mentioning Aaron Magruder,
Yes.
creator of the show.
Yes.
Regina King, who did Huey and Riley.
Yes.
Jill Talley, who did my white wife, Sarah.
Yeah.
And my daughter, Jasmine, Gabby Soleil, and the
Andrea
heart of the
Romano.
show, the heart of our show, Mr. John Witherspoon.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that up. Because John Witherspoon brought a lot of heart and humor and soul, and we actually have his son, J.D.
Yes.
Witherspoon, here today to represent him. J.D., if you could come on out. Keep it going for J.D. Witherspoon.
Yo. Yo.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? All right.
Yo, what up? How y'all doing?
No, you can't do that. You got to give him a little of your daddy's
Oh, you want
voice.
me to give 'em- dream kind and all that. My voice is shot right now, but hey, how y'all good? What's up, y'all? Yeah.
So I would love to talk more to all of you about, like, what was it like working with John Witherspoon, and do you have any favorite moments you would like to share?
John Witherspoon, your father, would kiss me on the mouth every time he saw me.
Wait a minute. I thought it was just
Hold
me.
on,
Yeah, I thought
Creepy old man. What the hell?
we all
Everybody
got
got a
kissed
pick?
on the mouth.
yeah, everybody got kissed on.
I thought that was
Witherspoon.
special.
It would go like this. Like I would try to move my mouth and he would follow.
Mouth dance?
And then he'd go, cutie pie.
I kept my mouth still.
I remember like being in. It was like one of the early. It may have been the first episode. What episode did we play in the park? Checkers in the park. Was it?
That trial of R.
That
Kelly.
was.
That
I think
the
that was-
Trial of R. Kelly.
Yeah, I
was
remember
on
like
film,
doing the episode as written with John, and then them just going, "All right, get rid of the scripts. Let's make it up." And like I've been improvising all my life. I didn't know your daddy. I didn't know if he could improvise. I know he's a great stand-up and everything else, but improv is a whole different animal, man. And that was putting the scripts down and playing with that dude was magic, man. He was just incredible. I don't know anybody in Hollywood other than, he kept kissing her on the mouth. I don't know anybody in Hollywood who has ever said a negative word about that dude. He was just incredible.
You talking about improv? I just wanted to bring this up just because I didn't work on the show. I did one episode in season 3. I was a commemorative plate dude who sold them Obama things to Huey or whatever. But no, you mentioning that just reminds me of the fact that with the improv, I'd be at home and he'd be reading the scripts before y'all were gonna go into the booth the next day and go through it, and he would always be at home adding notes. He would be in the dining room and he'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, well, and I'd be like, Dad, what you doing? He's like, brother, I'm going through this script that Aaron gave me, and he gonna have me read these lines, and then I'm gonna do the thing that I think's funny, and then we gonna keep that. And I was like, that sounds funny. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with this script. It's so silly.
I would call Spoon on Christmas Eve just to say hi, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to the family and whatever. And he was always so generous and nice to me, and it was just a good memory of him. He was always worried about my money. Get that money. He was always making you better get that money.
He would tell you too, he would do stand up on the road, and he was like, I can't do your dad's voice, but he would tell me he wouldn't go on stage until they had already paid him his money before he did it. I ain't gonna do stand up if they ain't paid me. He would get his money before he ever went on. It had to be in cash too.
Oh, I love it.
So we could all rob John.
Oh, you
Witherspoon
haven't.
back in the day.
I've performed on the road with him. At the end of every show, people already paid their money to come see him. At the end, he sells merch and he'll do photos.
Yeah.
He'll do photos with you in person, and he has just a bag full of Polaroids.
You remember when he did the album?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there. He did an album. There's a random CD with my dad rapping on it. Don't Google it. It's crazy.
I have it at home.
He was like, I'm trying to get that Jay-Z money.
Oh, speaking of music, Cedric, you do a lot of music on the show. Could we get a little
Let It Burn.
Let It Burn real
Usher
quick?
episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Minnesota, Mr. Cedric Yarbrough.
Dum, 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 dum. Dum, da, da, dum, 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 dum. What am I doing? I don't know. It's gonna burn for me to say this. It's coming from my heart. All right, that's enough.
Car.
Yeah, give it up.
You see my chest?
All right.
Okay, one story about that one. Okay, so we get in there, tell me the idea, gonna sing the song, do the song, and I'm like, okay, I don't really know the song that well. I know it, but I don't know it. I'm gonna try to make it bad like Tom would. And so we did it, and they were like, I said, make sure I can do this better again, okay? And they were like, yes, I promise you we'll do it again. They never gave me another take. So what you're hearing is the first take, the only take.
The best.
I'm glad you love it. I fucking hate it.
All right, and we also have another surprise for you all for the panel. We have a video that was created for you. Shout out to Chris from Critics of Culture. We have a video. Let's see if we got it queued up.
I'm scared when y'all say
Don't
video.
be scared.
Is it Tyler?
Yeah.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright.
We
The
all
same
turn
spark that
around.
lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right.
Tom, this is my bottom bitch sweetest Taboo. Now, approach Taboo, grab her arm firmly, and command her to leave with you.
Bitch, get your ass in the car.
Kiss my ass. If you was any kind of real man, I wouldn't be here with Usher in the first place.
Sweetest Taboo has spoken, baby. Okay.
I'm Kitty Kaboom. And seriously, y'all know how to make a chick feel old as a mug.
She just gave you permission. You see that?
10.
Bitch has no problem hitting you.
All right, ladies. Okay.
Thank you, Boondocks, for creating art and commentary and hilarity for us, by us, bringing everybody along for the unprecedented and iconic ride. Huge shout out to Carl Jones and the entire Boondocks family for making it do what it do even when they didn't approve of the way it was done. Super grateful to be a small part of an enormous legacy. Thanks and congratulations.
You're definitely allowed by law to hit a noun town. It's self-defense.
Okay?
Sweetest taboo, you are in rare form.
Hey, what's up? This is DJ Vlad from Vlad TV, and I just want to talk about how I got my appearance in the Boondocks. So me and Carl Jones, we were actually doing content when he had the Tube Steak character, and I was a huge fan of the Boondocks. It was like my favorite show on television, and I was just in LA, and I just called him up, and we were talking. I was like, hey man, get me on the Boondocks. And he was like, wait, hold on. I think there's a part that actually could work for you because Thugnificent is beefing with Sergeant Gutta, and he goes to a radio station to kind of air out the beef.
This is DJ Vlad, and I told you, we have a very, very special guest in the studio this morning. This man right here is a legend in the game, a pioneer, if you will. Give him respect. Thugnificent! What up, everybody? Man, what an honor.
This is really just the highlight of my life to be on that show. Not just my music career, my video career, whatever else, my DJ career, like just of my life to be on that show, because I just love the Boondocks. It just captured hip-hop culture so well, and it was almost like telling of the future. So thank you so much for having me on. Carl Jones, thank you. Congratulations, 20 years of Boondocks. Here's to 20 more.
I'm feeling a lot of cats right now, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people doing their thing. Now what about Sergeant Gutta?
Man, fuck Sergeant Gutta. That nigga can eat a dick.
The Boondocks, 20 years since it debuted. And it's still culturally relevant. The internet is still talking about the Boondocks. I'm just blessed to be a part of it. I've played a lot of characters. As Gary likes to joke with me every time we see each other at Marshall's, Dad Chan, 50 Cent.
Sometimes, in order to save the day, people had to sacrifice themselves, you know what I'm saying?
I played Usher in the Tom and Sarah and Usher episode.
You have a beautiful smile, Sarah.
Sarah, smile. Woo! Oh, won't you smile and welcome me, Sarah?
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, that's really me singing. And me and D. Ray Davis played the two rebellious slaves in the field in the Catcher Freeman episode.
I'm telling you, man, Catcher Freeman is real. He go around from plantation to plantation, freeing all the slaves and shit. He like 14 feet tall, got trapezius muscles and biceps, shit crazy. He ain't just no normal nigga, he's super nigga.
To be able to work with legends, man, John Witherspoon, Regina King, Cedric Yarborough, Gary, Carl Jones. Me and Carl have been friends since high school. I always tell that story. And many more legends to name, but I'm just honored to be a part of the legacy of Boondocks. And I think it's time to bring Boondocks back. What's up? I'm down.
Yeah, Rodney Sanders.
That's enough. I've had it. Y'all gonna get a timeout. Everybody is in timeout right now.
Man, you ever notice how white people sound when they get mad?
I've had it. Everyone's getting a timeout.
What's happening? This is David Banner. Boondocks was really, really important to me, man. It was commentary about life, you know, culture, politics from a black perspective. Someone who actually had credit for a while, not just from Boondocks to cartoon, but from the comic strip. I remember how was I personally vested in it. I did a song where I sampled Stinkmeaner.
Punk ass, pussy ass, bitch ass nickel! You wanna do something? Bitch ass nickel! Bitch ass nickel! Bitch ass nickel! Bitch ass nickel! Sound like you wanna do something? Bitch ass nickel! Hold up! Just for that motherfucking bitch ass nickel! Just for that.
I actually set in before on the writing of one of the episodes, It was different. We had a great time. Carl is someone who I consider a friend and a peer. Aaron, we've had great conversations. He introduced me to Super Silver Hayes. Thank you, brother. And to me, like, they told a lot of truth. They were visionaries. A lot of the stuff that they talked about in the cartoon, it came true, you know, in years to come. So I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Blessings. David Banner.
What's up, world? I'm Sway, and this is my inexplicable head wrap. We interrupt Gangstalicious Resurrection for this breaking news story. Rapper Gangstalicious has been shot.
Again?
Again.
Hey, what's up, world? This is Sway with my inexplicable head wrap. And now it's time for another episode of Thugnificent. From rags to riches. Or from rags to bitches. Thank you, Heather B.
We now return to Thugnificent, rags to bitches.
Carl, Aaron, everybody from the Boondocks crew. It's been an honor to be a part of the Boondocks, the different episodes I did. A true cultural pillar. There's been not another animated series like Boondocks, right, Heather?
Yes.
You know, and Boondocks has gone so far. Anywhere I go in the world, people bring up those episodes. A very important voice. What did you think of the Boondocks?
Absolutely incredible. It's a legacy there. Much love to y'all, and thank you for the work and the contribution.
Absolutely. We need another Boondocks. I'll come out of retirement for it. Carl, let's make it happen.
Let's go.
Shout out to you, Carl. You know we family. Shout out to Aaron. You're brilliant. And everybody on the Boondocks team. Happy 20th anniversary.
Woo-woo!
Let's keep going, man. We did it. We made history. Nothing like it in the culture ever.
It's real out here, nigga.
Happy 20th anniversary, Boondocks. What a groundbreaking show, baby. What a time, what a moment. And I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. I believe my name was Jamiqua.
What? What is this CPT?
That means the plane is gonna get here when it gets here. And don't come up here complaining and shit. You motherfuckers wanna come on here and act a goddamn fool? I'm about to go on break. You motherfucking terrorists kill me. Oh.
Soul Plane 2, the Blackjacking.
And there were so many great artists that made the Boondocks wonderful. Regina King, John Witherspoon, oh God, Charlie Murphy. The names go on and on and on, but to you, Aaron Magruder, thank you. Thank you for your creativity. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you for telling it like it was, and you made us laugh while you told us.
Very important this plane leave on time.
And you don't understand that it's very, very important that you back up out of my face or hijack a breath mint, Habib. Goddamn, now are you yelling at me or shitting at me?
It was true. So to all of the Boondocks family, I say happy 20th anniversary. I love us for real, baby.
Hold up. Drop the beat. Gangstalicious, my mind's too vicious. Eat MCs all day, delicious. My whole crew up in this, no doubt we gon' win this. Smack up your moms like I smack Johnny Guinness. 3 o'clock yesterday, I don't care what they say. Suckers really shouldn't play, I hit them with the Hennessy.
Peace, this is Yasin Bey, the voice of one Gangstalicious. I want to send congratulations and happy 20th anniversary to all of the Boondocks crew. Been a big admirer of Aaron's work from his days as a comic strip writer, and been a big fan of Boondocks before it reached the screen. And can't quite remember how I got on the program. My brother, one of my brothers, I believe, had said, hey, they want you to be on the Boondocks. So I said, oh, I love that. And I think that we'd even talked about, prior to it being on television, about, I think I had submitted a theme song idea that was kind of more in the vein of, I guess I was thinking about Charlie Brown type of piano vibes, but the direction that it went in was much better. At any rate, congratulations, thank you, and thank you again. God bless you all. Long live Gangstalicious. Long live Boondocks. Peace.
Do the whole man, do the whole man. Cause bitches be trouble, be having niggas beefing. You tricking on that hoe, and your niggas ain't eat. And she pushing your whip, spending all your cash. Your homie got shot up while you was in that ass.
Homies over hoes, homies over hoes, homies over hoes, homies over hoes.
Oh man! All right. Thank you so much for that video. Now we're gonna do a really quick Q&A. So I believe y'all are gonna line up in some way. Where are they? Okay, they're coming out. So you guys line up. Please don't ask no stupid stuff. Come on. Like, don't ask nothing goofy. Don't be weird. It has to be really quick, so try to keep your questions short because we want to try to get as many people as we possibly can. So line up if you want to ask a question. And we'll start left. We're going to go left, right, like you're throwing it back. So we'll start over here first.
Hello, I'm Sharon. I'm from Arkansas. I just wanted to know what it was like doing the Jimmy Rebel episode, like before, during, and after, if you can talk about that.
Aaron called me and told me about the episode, and he said, "Hey man, these songs too racist for me to write. Do you want to write them?" So I was like, "Yeah." So most of the songs in that episode I wrote. My buddy Nick Jameson did the production on it. Do you remember when we recorded the Jimmy Rebel episode?
Yeah, when he called me colored?
Yeah. Do you remember the guy coming in with that?
Yes.
So the guy who played Jimmy Rebel, Aaron, we had done something else with, but he wasn't really a voice actor. And he came in wearing a big cowboy hat and we tried to put his earphones on over it, and he was, it was an uncomfortable situation.
I remember I gave him some direction, and he said, "Who said that, the colored one?"
Yeah.
Does this nigga think, what?
Yeah.
He's like, he's method actor. He's a method actor?
Yeah.
But it actually came from a real artist named Johnny Rebel, who is a real racist country singer. I remember Brian Asher brought it into the writer's room, and we were trying to figure out, like, how could we make Ruckus like a fanboy of Johnny Rebel? But we had to change the name, and then Gary came up with these hilarious songs.
It was crazy, like writing those, I'm not a racist, but writing, no, seriously, I have some really good black friends, I'm not. Writing those episodes was just the single, and every time I would write them, I would send them in there and like, is that too much? He was like, nope, you can go further. So it was crazy. It was crazy to get to do that with one of my best buddies too, but working with that dude in the booth that day was uncomfortable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, over here.
Hello. Thank you for this opportunity. I love the Boondocks like everybody else, and I don't even have a question. I guess I do have a question, but I was wondering, I got a 2003 copy of the comic book, and it's Aaron's, and I was wondering if can I give it to somebody to sign? Anybody want to sign it?
We're all together downstairs. No, here on this floor. At the end of the hallway, all the way down there, we're all together.
All right.
Right there. Just come down after this
give it
is
to
over.
somebody, maybe sign, and I'll pick it back up.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Over here.
Hey there, I'm Monty from Florida. My question is for Cedric. How does it feel voice acting two characters, Tom and Stinkmeaner, in that one episode? How does it feel?
Yeah, no, it was really cool because they ended up combining the character in the second season and having Stinkmeaner possess Tom. They thought it was a fun idea because I do voice them both, and it was an amazing way to combine both characters and to have this narrative that this awful, terrible man was inside Tom. So,
Hey, see, I wasn't there when you recorded that episode, but did you do like the Tom stuff first and then Stinkmeaner, or did you just bounce back and forth?
We did back and forth. Well, you know what? Actually, the third season I did all of them together. So doing these cons as actors and as creatives, being able to talk to y'all, see y'all, because we work in a bubble a little bit, and so being able to see y'all, talk to you guys, and how amazing the Boondocks has affected you is really, really wonderful, and it's pretty amazing that it's been enduring for so long, and that it's affected y'all, and you love it, and it's pretty
Yeah,
great.
thank you. One of my favorite episodes.
Thank y'all.
Love that. Over here.
Hi, my name is Autumn. I'm a Houston baker, aka the sugar layer. And I've always grown up loving food and baking and desserts. I feel like it's such a vital part of Black culture. So I wanted to ask, what was y'all's experience like filming one of my favorite episodes, which was the Itis?
I remember discovering that burger, the Luther, was real, right? With
It killed
with the
Luther.
donuts.
But yes. I loved doing the Itis. I think being able to, it was one of the attempts at being responsible, talking about diet and all of those types of things, and trying to integrate it into an episode without it feeling like medicine. But somehow we were able to still make it funny too. So, yeah.
I love two things about it. One, I have never had so many white people call me asking me what the itis was. And two, that this lady got to push her bakery today
Wow.
to
Smart.
advertise her bakery.
I think it's the Itis episode. Is that the Riley says Miss Dubois' peach cobbler looks like Corwet? Do you remember writing that? And we just were like crying, laughing, with like just improvising. We improvised that whole scene, and it was just like, ew, Miss Dubois. And then Riley getting a spanking off camera, and then just the awkwardness. We really wanted to just stay on Sarah while she had to overhear a kid getting yelled at about her disgusting food.
And Ed Asner was in that
was.
episode too.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. He was hilarious.
It's incredible.
Mr. Winston.
Thank you. Good
Thank
question.
you.
Ryan, go ahead. Go over here.
I'm Javal from Florida. So I've watching this show my whole life. I literally remember in middle school, me and my 3 friends, we got our teacher to play a snippet of the Booty Warrior episode, just like the first minute. I know it was a hinge, but my question is, all the music in the show is fire. I mean, you got the theme song, the ending song is fire. You got Drop It, Twist It, Butter My Biscuit from the Winston Jerome episode. Then you got Dick Riding Obama. And then my favorite one was Watch Me Do That, or Sergeant Gotta Do That Dance. Watch me do it for Sergeant Gotta Crank That Dance. Watch me crank that artichoke. Like, how is all the songs so good? All hits, no misses.
My favorite one was booty butt cheeks. But that's not the real lyrics, right?
It is booty butt cheeks, booty butt cheeks. But it was actually mood and butt cheeks.
Right.
What made you change it to booty butt?
Well, Big Tank Thornton, who was the music producer, he actually did the song as mood and butt cheeks. But I thought he was saying booty butt cheeks.
We thought he was saying booty butt cheeks. So we started singing booty butt cheeks, and we're like, it's brilliant. He's like, those aren't the lyrics.
I never knew that.
All right, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and go over here.
How y'all doing? My name is Bennett. I was curious, as the comics has such a strong legacy, and it's 20 years, congratulations, with the show, and the Booty Warrior's out now. The man is on, got the 30v1 and whatnot. I was curious, how does the legacy from the show impact or compare to the legacy from the comics?
You know, the comics and the show were very intertwined. When we were writing the show, Carl and I were also helping Aaron with the comic strip. And so they all worked together. And so sometimes we would kind of pull something from the show that we were gonna do and put it in the comic strip because we thought it would make a really fun week. Or sometimes we get really excited about something we had in the strip and turn that into an episode.
Like Uncle Ruckus was in the strip first, but then the newspaper got pulled from a couple of, just because he was just. I think the first strip we did with Ruckus, he went to go see Planet of the Apes at the movie theater, and a lot of newspapers dropped the strip.
All right, so we probably have time for maybe 2 more questions, so we'll go ahead and.
Hey y'all, my name is Ade. I'm from Maryland, and okay, yeah, DMV 301. You know what I'm saying? What you guys did, like, truly cannot be understated in terms of you guys told stories and told truth at a time where it was infinitely harder to tell those black stories on that network at that time than it is now. So my question is for artists like myself and others in here that want to tell stories that are equally as truthful and real and black as the Boondocks, what advice could you give us to be confident in telling those stories?
Tell them. Tell your stories. They're your stories. Tell them. Write them however way you need to get them out. You guys have an incredible way now where you get to create stuff and get it straight to audiences. And so however way you create, get it done, finish, right? That's incredibly important. A lot of times we don't finish. Finish it, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but whatever it is you have to say, whatever is authentic to you, say it, be clear, and then whoever is fucking with you will fuck with you.
Hey, ours. And then we'll go ahead for our last question over here.
Hey, my name is Gabriel. I'm a published author and poet from Ohio. I wanted to ask a question, which is, yes sir, we all right. I wanted to ask a question which is very similar to him. I'm one of the moderators of the Writers Discord for DreamCon Writers, where it's artists, graphic designers, screenwriters, the whole nine. What I wanted to ask is similar to his question. For all the artists in here, it's just beautiful to see the community that you've created. I was wondering if you could provide us a challenge to leave DreamCon with, whether that's how we stay collaborative or how we create. Is there a challenge you could provide us? Because I know when I'm getting home, I'm getting straight to writing, just inspired from seeing y'all. So what challenge could you give us? And I say everybody that's an artist, pull out your notes and jot that down for motivation.
Very similar to what I said before. Figure out what it is you're trying to say. Be clear about it. Whatever you're writing, make sure everyone knows you're writing it. Let them read it. Take notes. Take feedback, right? Make sure that just get it done. Just do it. And everybody doesn't have to be on your same page. Everyone doesn't have to agree with you. You're a creator. Create and put it out in the world and just continue to do that until the right people notice.
I was going to say all of that, and just from my perspective of seeing y'all and growing up, because I was like a kid coming to the studio with my dad, watching them work. This wouldn't have happened if they didn't collaborate with each other. So I feel like everybody here, your assignment should be to meet people here and collaborate with each other. Like, you should go home with like 30 new creators in your Instagram feed that you just followed and hit them up for the next 5 years, and next thing you know, one of y'all might create something crazy. So collaboration, I think, is important.
I love that. Very good advice.
I'll also add, what I've learned this weekend has been pretty amazing, this DreamCon. I've done a couple cons, but never as black as this con. Is really, really wonderful, really great. And all of us, we all have booths. Come and visit us. We're signing autographs, taking pictures for money. And number two, some advice that I've been telling a lot of people have been wondering, how do you get into voiceover? How do you do this? How does this happen? For me personally, I went to school. I got a degree in theater. I became an actor. That's what you need to do. Get as educated as you possibly can about any topic, any thing that you want to do. If you want to be a voiceover actor, if you want to be an actor, if you want to be a content creator, whatever the content is, be a smart person. Do the work. A lot of people don't. And then be brilliant every time. Be fucking brilliant every time. And you will win. be educated. Oh, sorry.
And
go ahead.
Uncle Ruckus, I disagree with everything he's saying.
Yeah.
This is the worst gathering of niggas that I have ever seen. I wish Lord President, highest mighty Donald Trump would back up a slave ship and take every one of your black asses back. ICE is already waiting outside for the Mexicans. I am done seeing the joy in your Negro hearts this weekend. Oh, I'm dressed up like a star. What no nigga in space? No, this has been it has been an incredible experience to be here. Like Cedric, I've never done a con that's like this ever before. And no offense to all the other cons, because I truly love to go out and meet people, or else I would be home being very rich without it. But I truly love it, and this is a weird thing to say, but I have to say it. This is also literally the best smelling convention I've ever been.
Yes.
Oh, really smell good.
It's a weird thing to
Smell
say,
good.
but it's absolutely true.
No, we know what you mean.
I also just want to validate everybody that's here. Like, this is my first con. I didn't know what to expect. I am having a blast. I have tried to do every panel. I have been in everyone's face, and you guys have been so welcoming. I'm so proud of all of you. Everybody showed up, showed out. You look fabulous. You're having a blast, and it's been nothing but peace and love. Like, I'm really proud of you.
And
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
and
me.
before we leave, because Aaron Magruder couldn't be here, but he's the reason why we all are here.
reason why we're
so we should
here.
give a big round of applause to
Please.
Aaron Magruder.
Aaron!
And I want to thank you all for asking your questions. Y'all asked some great questions. Thank y'all for not embarrassing me. So before we fully wrap up, I have a final question for each person on the panel. If we could keep it kind of short so we don't go all the way over. What is the legacy of the show to you individually? And then do you have any upcoming projects that you want to discuss or that you can discuss? And we can just go in order if that works. Or reverse order.
Oh, me? I grew up at a time where, like, SNL, In Living Color, those were my influences, and I always wanted to be a part of those. For me, Reno 911 and the Boondocks was my personal SNL. I got to learn how to be funny, what I deemed funny, what I enjoyed. And the older we get, it's really cool that, audiences like yourselves are enjoying what we did back then. And so that's what I take from it, that it was a really magical time to be able to work with these amazing folks and do the comedy. Yeah, I got a lot of shit coming out, but that's all right. It's good.
Give it up for JD.
When I think of the legacy, I think of all y'all who are just super fans of everything that these people were a part of. And I'm just happy that I was a fly on the wall hanging out with a guy who's so important to so many people out here, because, he was just a silly dude to me. He's just my dad. I'm like, oh yeah, you famous? That's cool. Good for you, man. But no, I think that everything that they've put together is amazing, and I'm just happy to even have worked with them. Like, I worked with Carl on Laser Wolf. I worked with a few people. I did some voice acting on this. And other than that, I booked a new Nickelodeon series recently. And when it comes out, I'll tell you about it. I don't know. That's it.
When we started the Boondocks, I was working network TV. I was doing My Wife and Kids and Everybody Hates Chris. And in those shows, we spent more time trying to figure out how to say something for network censors and the like. And then at night, I could go to this place where you could say anything you wanted to say. In fact, you could continue to push the envelopes as far as they could go. And I think it's something about being able to be true and honest and represent the culture in a way that feels authentic. And I don't think there have been a lot of shows in the history of television that have been able to sort of capture the voice of African American culture. The challenges, the beautiful parts, and everything in between. So I always try to look at the Boondocks as being representative of that, and that's the thing I'm most proudest of. As far as me, a couple of movies. I'm doing the Jack Johnson story at HBO with Mahershala Ali. Bunch of stuff in development, just trying to keep my children fed so they stay off the pole.
By the way, when Rodney used to come through at night, he was so funny. Like, he left us all like on the floor, stomachs cramping. Like, he's a force of nature. Like, most of the Uncle Ruckus stuff is this guy right here. But I do think that when we were making the show, it was the biggest takeaway for me was being able to form a family, you know, because we were all like really just hanging out with each other, having fun and trying to make each other laugh and doing what we felt was right. I don't think anybody was really trying to make the biggest show on TV or do something that was a cultural phenomenon. We were just trying to do something that meant something to us. It was honest and it was pure and it came from a real place. And that's what I still carry with me to this day. Everything that I do, I try to bring those same principles and make sure that I can create those same environments. And I got a bunch of stuff in development too. The most recent thing, I guess, since Meg Thee Stallion just announced yesterday, we're developing an anime series with Meg. So stay tuned.
For me, I have a 16-year-old daughter, Reagan. Shout out to Reagan. I love you, baby. Thank you. I just want her to be impressed by me. I want my nephews and my nieces to be impressed by me. This was my first job. You know, Aaron took a risk, hired me. I didn't know what I was doing, and I learned on the job, and I made, you know, brothers. I already have 4, and I got, you know, a few more. And I just got to be a part of something special. I got to figure out my voice a little bit, and I just carried that with me. And then later, when I got to write on shows like Blackish, I kind of, you know, I got to just be a part of the culture, and I just think that's really important. And so, for me, the legacy is just being able to impress my kid. She cares about it. And I want to thank Aaron because he's a brilliant dude, and we really wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah. The time doing this show, like I've never done another show like it since. I can't even imagine having the honor of doing another character like the one that they created, the words that Rodney Barnes put in my mouth. I can't even imagine that opportunity in life.
Wait, what did Rodney put in your mouth?
He put the taste of John Witherspoon's lips in my mouth.
Pause.
Yeah. No pause. This was some gay shit we did, and we were proud of it. We were proud of it. Happy Pride Month.
It was done in love. It was done with love.
Happy Pride Month.
We had baby oil.
It was done with love. But literally, the joy of being able to work with that group of people in that time, creating something, and it wasn't one of those cases where you didn't know you were doing something special. We all knew that this was the dopest shit out there, because it was just absolute fun. So thank you guys for letting me be a part of that, man. Thank you for everything that you guys put on paper to let us play with. It was magic. As far as what's coming up for me next, I just finished shooting a 4-episode reboot of Malcolm in the Middle, so that'll be out soon. And a bunch of cartoons, including I'm doing some stuff on the new Black Panther Eyes of Wakanda that's coming out, so check it out.
Wait, I forgot to say my thing. Your thing reminded me of my thing. I have a bunch of development too.
Oh, okay.
I'm writing stuff too. I'm producing stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Gary, you ain't telling about your OnlyFans page?
Oh, yeah. If you like the bottom of foots, oh, you're going to like the bottom of my foots.
Oh. Okay, and that's where we're going to have to end it.
Wait, that's how we're going to end it?
Perfect. The perfect end.
The bottom of Gary's foot?
They're beautiful.
I feel like that's a good way to
Both
end
of his foots are beautiful.
So thank y'all so much thank y'all for coming through. Thank you guys so much. Big up to Carl Jones, Jamar Taylor, Gary Anthony Williams, Rodney Barnes, Cedric Yarbrough, and JD Witherspoon. Thank y'all very much. And make sure to check out Martian Blueberry, Carl Jones's new animation studio. No, don't check it out.